I think everything's in order. A couple things I need to share in a bit. Let's see. I need to duplicate that. Write an image to. Sorry, I'm mumbling. I do that. Sometimes I talk to myself because there's no one else. All right, hey, someone, how's it going? All right, there's someone. Ah, there's someone. Look at that. Hold on. Kind of doing some stuff to show in a bit, and just trying to get that ready. So sorry if I'm not with it. Oops, I gotta set that up too. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind. Kat, how's it going? Trudy, Harry, Rob. I haven't seen you in a while, Rob. Okay, let's see. What's going on? Here we go. We're waiting for Eric and others to join. Oh man, yeah, a couple things I could talk about tonight. Hopefully it's of interest. And I know that there's a lot going on as well. Alright, who joined? Is that Eric?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey Eric, how's it going? Good.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Am I missing something here? Okay, I think that's good. So... Okay, well, we're waiting. I don't see you, Eric. You're just kind of disappeared.
I forgot to take that. I forgot this off.
No problem. I could stick around for a while since my baby's supposedly sleeping, maybe, I hope. So that frees me up.
What are you drinking?
Coffee.
Oh.
It's specific. It's Kona coffee. It's really good.
Oh, cool.
Oh, sorry to hear about that, Rob. I think I remember that. Hope everything's all right.
Like, what happened with the takedown video?
Okay, so I guess first thing I'll talk about is one of the after hours videos got taken down, and I tweeted about it. Hi, TBC. So I'm gonna switch. You can see it on the YouTube stream if you still have the YouTube stream open, and I'm gonna share it right now. So as you can see, there was a copyright strike. It wasn't really a strike, it was a copyright claim. So what happens is I don't really do monetization or ads on my videos. So I think when they do a copyright claim, they usually have it so ads come on no matter what, and they get money for it, whoever views it. So I was thinking, okay, that's fine. People are gonna one of you guys might have shared an image or something. They might have done a copyright claim for it, and they want money for it. So I was like,
oh my god.
Whatever, that's fine. As long as the video's still up. People want to watch, rewatch an after hours episode. Feel free. Watch a 30-second ad for it when it's like a 3-4 hour long marathon of after hours. Anyways, so I go ahead and see when I logged into YouTube. Oh goodness, let me get rid of that. You can see here that on the top you see the blue. One or more videos has been removed from the playlist because they were deleted from YouTube. So I'm thinking, well, I'm thinking the company that did the copyright claim, they just figured they weren't going to get any money off of it, so they just went ahead and asked you to remove it. So I think that's all that happened, really. But
was it maybe some music that somebody played?
Could have been music too. Who knows? I mean, the whole after hours is usually around 2-3 hours long, so.
Right, so it could be a little of anything, man.
Yeah.
You shaved, by the way.
I shaved like 2 days ago. Where have you been?
I wasn't here last night, man.
Yeah, what happened?
My wife got back home. She was in China for like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Her sister's working there, so she got to go visit for her parents bought the plane ticket, so she got out there on the cheap. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's always nice to have her back, and our house sounds right now. The puppies are in their right places.
Life is good.
Yeah, exactly. As good as it could be, yeah.
Oh.
Why does someone have to keep tabs on that?
I beat my brain trying to think what the hell could have been done on Friday night that was that's the only thing I could think of, was maybe it was a song somebody played or something, because the discussions were pretty bland, as far as they weren't very controversial, I didn't think.
I guess someone from YouTube is triggered.
Oh, why's that?
Oh, like copyright. They get so triggered by copyrights.
Oh.
They just want all that greedy money.
Everyone's triggered by copyrights.
So on the YouTube description, there's the whole link of Patreon people that I donate to. Even I guess Michael Salamone's not on that list, but I donate to him. So one thing that Mike Figueredo does from the Humanist report, he does a monthly thing. It's kind of like this, but it's with people hangouts, so people who contribute. I think it's only $10 an hour, or not $10 an hour, $10 a month for his Patreon. They can go in, talk to him, and all this stuff. It's just really cool. I'm gonna do a compilation video of it, so maybe more people can up their contributions to him. Because it's pretty cool, because he says a lot that he doesn't say in public, and it's basically like how we talk about things here, where anything goes pretty much. So that would be a good thing. I think if like other people did it, I mean, when Jamarl comes in, we're like, "Yay, Jamarl!" When like Tim comes in, we probably won't be talking about anything else. We'll just be asking him questions. So if like Tim did it, I think he could also help bump up his Patreons. I mean, he's only like at around 2,000. Should be at like at least 5,000, if not matching Kyle Kalinske, who's making like 21 grand a month or something.
Hell, I'm gonna go out and say this. He should be blowing Sargon of Akkad out of the water.
Tim?
Well,
yeah,
I would think as many people as are subscribed to Tim, that he'd have more Patreons.
Even still,
because we have a pretty full house every night.
Stop looking at my dimples.
But to be fair, we're also a community of really shoddy self-promoters.
Yeah. So I need to work on a video. I need to get something started. I gotta get back to work in 3 weeks, pretty much. But I'm gonna try to extend that. So it's gonna be harder for me to do stuff like this. I was hoping like Erik could handle it with his computer, but we'll try to figure something out. I'm planning on at least automating this and setting up on a cloud or my own server or something. I haven't figured it out yet, but there's a lot more to it, to what I want to do anyways, and I need to make videos of that way I could get a Indiegogo campaign started.
Ooh.
Yeah, take down YouTube.
Take down YouTube.
YouTube and Facebook.
Take down corporate media.
There you go. So, all right. Another thing. So, while I was talking with Mike Figueredo in that Patreon hangout session, We talked about the Illinois 7th, how Anthony Clark was endorsed by Justice Democrats and brand new Congress, and that there's really no indication of Danny K. Why do I keep forgetting his name? Help me out. Danny K. Davis. So he's really, I guess, progressive. I guess you could say to the left of definitely not an establishment Democrat. So when I did actually look up some news on Danny K. Davis, I found that his son recently died of like health conditions, like he had high blood pressure. The autopsy report is still pending, but this was maybe a month or two ago. And guess what? The previous year in 2016, his grandson died. So his son that died this year, his son's son died last year in a shooting. And I'm wondering, okay, this is where you could go into conspiracy theory and saying, hey, maybe they're trying to force him out by killing his family members.
No,
that's reaching. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
There's no indication. There's no news of him stepping down, but suddenly he's got a primary challenger. That could go many ways as far as if you want to start digging.
Yeah, I mean, it's always easier to set somebody's kids up for, a fall out of drug rap or something than to actually freaking shoot them. I mean, they can do a lot more things that are less than shooting to try to intimidate someone.
Yeah. But anyways, maybe I don't know. Because I was watching some news snippet. Maybe it was from H.A. Goodman, and then I think it went down to the outer light that he mentioned, and they're talking about how this certain congressman got, in that shootout that happened at the baseball field or practice field, and it just seems odd that of this person driving all the way up to fire a couple shots at everyone. The only one that was critically wounded, injured, was this congressman who's doing specific legislature against pedophiles. And so, it's that whole Pizzagate thing, pedogate. Anyone who seems to try to do anything to stop it in the legislative or public eye, they seem to get taken down hard. Interesting, though. I like talking about it. Hi, Stevie.
Hey, Stevie.
Hey, Stevie, how's it going?
All right, Stevie's here.
Pretty good.
Amazing call, by the way.
Great call, Stevie.
Thank you. Oh. Yeah, I missed you last night, TBC.
We missed you.
Well, like I said, Steve, wife came home from like 2 weeks away, so it was nice to sit down and have a meal with her.
I bet.
But, well, I have to. I bet it must have been a good break, though, considering all the madness in the news or lack thereof.
Oh, especially what happened with today.
Oh, what happened today? What did they do this time?
Oh, it's Outer Dark. No, yeah, Outer Dark, not the Outer Light. I wonder if they have the two different.
Oh yeah, did they try to induct Rand Paul as a hero of the resistance?
No, it was like the whole thing with CNN and Project Veritas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Project Veritas is one of those I don't trust unless they've released every second of video they ever shot on something and allow somebody else to look at it. But yeah, if they're firing people, they got them. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, that dude's a real scumbag, but every once in a while he pulls one off.
Hey, Ariel.
Hey, Ariel.
Hey, Ariel. Man, fake news. Fake news, man.
Trump was right.
Yeah. Oh, did you see where Fox News they posted something? This was like right after I got off of after hours last night. I saw on Twitter where they were talking about how I think it might have been Sean Spicer said that Assad is planning another chemical weapons attack. No proof, nothing about this. I mean, no, not even the intelligence agencies are backing this. It's just the White House said it, Fox News reports it, and then gets everybody all scared, like, oh, we got to go attack. Well, I guess we better go attack. I mean, like, when are they going to quit this? I mean, it didn't work when Obama did it. It didn't work the second time they did it, but they're going to try the chemical weapons attack line again? I mean, like,
there's gonna be one, Stevie. Don't worry. The CIA has made sure to give ISIS some nice chemical weapons to use somewhere. It'll happen. You know, they're guessing it's going to happen because they're the ones that gave somebody the freaking chemical weapons to shoot off.
We're going to war with Russia, aren't we?
I don't know about that. We're going to maybe get a couple shootouts with them, but that's
no.
I mean, so what? I mean, if it's just a few more 100 million civilians die, I mean, what? We all gotta die of something, right? I mean, that's what they say.
The thing about it is that Syria is almost under control. You know, if the U.S. get out of there and let them be as brutal as they've ever been, as brutal as we are, they would. Syria would probably, get stabilized a little bit, and then they could talk about, changing leaders and, human rights and crap. But right now, it's just jihadis and the Syrian government and U.S. and Russia blowing the shit out of every civilian there.
Yeah. But I mean if we don't bomb them, how are we going to create more terrorists to fight? I mean, we got to have those terrorists to fight. I mean, our economy depends on it, according to Wolf fucking Blitzer.
Yeah, well, Wolf gets the heebie-jeebies whenever there's like a stabbing in Tel Aviv. It's a huge event. There's like 5 stabbings in Detroit, and it's nothing. But man, there's something in Tel Aviv, and he's Wolfsters all over that. Yeah, I am. That is one of them pull the freaking pin things. I mean, that one. that dude just, there's nothing but pisses me off whenever I see Wolf Blitzer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to know exactly what AIPAC's thinking, just watch Wolf Blitzer for half an hour and you'll get the gist of what they think.
Mm.
And followed up by some half-hearted defense of American imperialism by Fareed Zakaria.
Yeah. Well, they always got to have Spider and 3 or 4 generals that are work for military contractors now to back up whatever input that they get from everybody else. And if they don't have them, they'll see if they can dig out the old corpse of McCain and have him come on and go through his Russia Tourette's and the next place we're going to blow up.
Actually, now that I think about it, where's Wesley Clark been these past couple years? He's been like completely off the grid.
That's because Wesley Clark doesn't necessarily spout the line that everybody wants to hear.
Hey, Shirley.
I mean, in all truth. Hey, Cheryl.
How do you pronounce that? Is it Cheryl or Shirley?
Shirley. I messed up. It's Shirley. I asked her the other night.
Does anybody know how to get permanent marker off a whiteboard? I just messed up.
I have
Alcohol.
Real quick. Yeah, if you use like alcohol would work.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're real quick. WD-40. That's it. I was trying to think of it. WD-40 takes off marker pretty good.
Off a whiteboard, yeah. I usually use a spray remover, but yeah, like an alcohol water mixture or even just warm soapy water with a warm sponge would probably do the trick.
That's why you don't use them. That's why you don't use a Sharpie to mark tools on a job site. You know, a can of WD-40 and whatever you put on there is gone. I ground my initials into shit I really cared about.
How come all you guys keep on talking about non-current event stuff
I don't.
in after hours, and then once we get to anything goes, you guys start talking about commentary.
I know everybody lights up.
Anyways,
I never get to stick around for the fun part.
we can have a short after hours and do a longer anything goes. I mean, we could talk about Amy.
Saturday night was a bitch trying to stay on anything goes.
I was kind of.
Everybody was ready to blow up on Saturday night.
I was doing stuff, and then all of a sudden, it's like, oh shoot, anything goes is still on. So I look, and it's like it's still going on. It was Amy talking all the time.
Anything goes. Actually, a really good musical. But it becomes less entertaining and amusing when it's just used as a euphemism for the Trump presidency.
Yeah. I wonder what that was. I mean, I understand when people. Oh, we can't hear you, 215.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you now, Shirley.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, did you guys hear about today?
What was that?
Did you guys hear about today that in Chicago they indicted the 3 cops in the Laquan McDonald case?
Did they?
Shot him on the road 17 times.
Right on.
Effing finally.
I hope they get a conviction.
I hope they get convicted. Because they wouldn't, that restaurant took down their cameras so they wouldn't see what was going on.
Well,
it should be a lot more than 3.
It's Chicago. It's a miracle they even got indicted.
That state is corrupt. They're about to go bankrupt anyway.
Yep.
Just so everybody knows, I'm keeping a log of the topics that we're talking about. So just because of what happened with the June 24th episode, just a heads up.
Was it the 24th? Oh yeah, that was. Is that the Saturday night one?
Friday night was the one that got excised.
Okay. Oh, that was the one with you and Is that Saturday?
Rusty?
Oh, Rusty. You and Rusty being triggered night, right?
Yeah, but that was actually a fairly civil conversation.
Yeah.
We both lived by the civility rules, I thought.
Yep.
No,
that was
we
good.
Tried. Hey, James.
Hey.
Hey, Broken. No, that was a good conversation. It went well.
I mean, and it was good because, Rusty always thought I hated him. I didn't hate Rusty. We had different opinions on some things,
Yeah.
We ain't that far apart.
No. Was Oath Keepers the same people that were at the Bundy Ranch?
Some of them, yeah.
Right? There were some there?
Yeah, them 3%ers. There's a whole bunch of different, sort of bigger groups, and then there's the smaller, You know,
every state has them. Everyone signs up. I actually like the idea of it.
well, I mean, theoretically, the idea is okay, but the thing is, I'm just, you know, we have a court system and stuff, and even if it doesn't work fantastic, at least, you know, I guess I just know that we lose whenever we fight an action. We would lose on any battle we fought with arms.
So, if you guys gonna show anything on images or video or website, especially you, James, since you do it all the time, please just send that link to me, and I could switch it over. We could talk about it, but if I'm not around or play music, we might get it taken down again from a YouTube copyright claim.
Our personal photos. I mean, like photos I've taken for protests and stuff are mine. So,
yeah, that stuff is good.
You know, that's not copyrighted. I guess I have a couple that are probably, you know, copyrighted that should be.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Pretty much any of the music or the songs I might ever do are usually my own, or they're really old. So
yeah. I mean, you've done them and it wasn't a problem. I guess something on that Friday, which sucks, is I'll see if I still have that video on. I don't think I have a backup of it because I don't really back up the some of the after hours stuff. Because I figure we're just gonna have one next night. If they keep taking it down, we'll just keep talking about the same stuff we did.
I got all kinds of pictures.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Oh.
Did you guys see that CNN did a special tonight on Podesta email saying Hack Nate interviewing him? I didn't watch it, but I just saw the preview.
Yeah, I saw it was going to be on too. It was on during Tim's show.
And I meant to turn Rachel mad out because I'm like, she can't go with this Russia story anymore after CNN was exposed.
Oh, she will. And the thing about it was just a couple reporters on one story about Russia and a connection to a certain person, and they were all too specific in what they said so they could be sued. You know, that's what it came down to, really. As long as they stay with the ambiguous Russia hacked this thing, there's no proof, and they can say whatever they want. But if they put a name connected to it, then it becomes a different story. But they were going to talk to like Jeffrey Lord and see if he was in a Hitchmanjigat, so.
Yeah, and they call Oliver Stone a Russian agent because he did that 4-part interview with Putin.
And the thing is, it would be on every commercial break, and the last 10 minutes of every show on CNN would be a promo for their interview of Putin if one of them got it, you know. Mm-hmm. And it wouldn't be any different. In fact, it'd probably be less extensive than what Stone did.
Hey, Snark.
Ooh.
Well, Oliver Stone was always considered a conspiracy theorist from doing the JFK movie.
Yeah, well, he got branded for that, yeah. And it was just a sort of, it was the sort of historical drama.
Did you grow bananas?
My wife brought me back a pack of How Maos. It's the actual name of the.
They still make them?
They're Chinese. I don't know. They're HAOMAO. How Mao. I don't know. It's probably not how it's pronounced, but I was reading it. I thought that was funny.
Whoa.
No. Do you have somebody new?
Call 215. Who's calling user 1?
215 is a Pennsylvania call.
That would be probably.
Wait, who call in user 1? We can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm from Philadelphia.
Okay, maybe not.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh, that's that's Shirley's number. I see that now.
Yeah, Shirley is 215. There's someone else that was trying to call in.
Shirley's 215, but the caller one I think was Kevin. He was on last night.
Oh, what's that, Kevin?
I think so.
Okay.
Kevin, get back on here.
He was good.
So I didn't watch the CNN video, and I guess I could switch over so everyone could watch it on the YouTube stream. Or just provide the link.
Oh boy.
What are you guys' thoughts about that?
Which one?
Well, there we're really gonna CNN. Aren't we gonna run into some real copyright issues if we play any of that?
No, because it's not live. It's not something that they aired. It's something they don't want aired.
I see what you're saying.
Hidden video of one of their producers.
The Veritas thing.
Is that Veritas that did it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh no. Veritas. I remember, like way back when in the primaries, when I didn't realize that that was James O'Keefe of them going into the Clinton operations in Nevada. Something about them setting up methods of illegally trying to solicit votes.
They tried to get a Canadian to buy a hat. That was a hilarious thing. They were at like some fair or something. They tried to get the Canadian to buy a hat from the stand or ask if they could buy a hat. And like the people at the stand said, well, we aren't really allowed to do that. So they said, well, what if we get our friend out? They were trying to get some real garbage from that. And,
Like, what were they expecting to find, though?
Hey, you read around and read the story of when O'Keefe set up his boat as a sting operation, and it was like this creepy sexual thing about this woman anchor, woman news person. It was super creepy, man. He like bought a bunch of dildos and stuff and had them down there, and it was a bizarro. And she like got hip to it before she even like got on the boat. It's one of them. We're supposed to meet to talk kind of things, and he's trying to get her onto his personal boat there. And
where does he even get the funds for this? That's what I want to. Like, how did he? Like, am I living in an "It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia" episode or something?
Hey,
just like the gang buys a fucking boat and we sink it in Philadelphia Harbor.
I was about
I think that was his boat. I think that was his.
What? Where did you get the boat? Does he come from like a wealthy family or something that just allows him to put away their fortunes like this?
Well, there's people that support him. There's a whole corporate sort of pact structure that from the 90s. I mean, there was in the 90s there was all kinds of sort of PAC-induced reporting that went on about Clinton and stuff. It was a very, that was a lot of, that was the bizarre thing because it was, the dude from Pittsburgh, and I can't think of his name now, the millionaire, he was backing it. And it was really bizarre because he had hit the Clinton so hard. And then when she ran the first time, I think, for president, she like visits him in Pittsburgh, and they have this sort of meeting, like, it would be, it's like going to see your worst nemesis and kissing his ring is what it seemed like to me. I'll think of his name at some point.
Hey, did you hear about this?
Richard Mellon Scaife. That's who I was trying to think of. Richard Mellon Scaife.
You're saying, Shirley?
Did you hear about this student? He got 100 days in jail for registering dead people to vote in the Democratic primary. He supported Hillary Clinton.
Oh, really? I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, neither. In Washington State during the caucuses, you can, instead of going and caucusing, you can sign an affidavit or you know, like a form and give it to somebody, and that they'll count that as one person. And Hillary's people were going around in nursing homes to people that were like barely, you know, barely functional, and getting them to say they want to vote for Hillary.
Yeah, I heard about that too, Rope Carpenter, where the Hillary people were going home and getting them to register for Democrat, for Hillary.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't fill a gymnasium up. Oh.
James, what are you snacking on tonight?
Huh?
What are you snacking on tonight?
Organic carrots.
Good for you.
I know, I'm muscling these down like large vitamin pills. I'm about to hurl.
Oh, well, don't go too far with them. They'll turn you orange. There's a
I'll
lot
start.
of
I'll have rabbit ears for you.
I ate a whole carrot tonight, and it was in a salad with a bunch of cucumbers. It was so good. Oh.
That actually happened to me when I was a kid. I turned orange from carrots.
Yeah, you actually can.
Yeah,
But it's so rich in vitamin A.
I love carrots.
Carrots are very sweet. They're pretty high glycemic, so you really shouldn't overdo them because they have a lot of naturally occurring sugars. But like with the rabbits, I don't give them a lot of carrot. I'll just give them a little bit. You know, it's like a treat. It's almost like candy for a rabbit. It is, yeah. Better to give them regular greens, like, you know, wild greens, spring greens, carrot tops, the tops of the carrot, all that green stuff, parsleys and cilantro. They love all of that. It's very good for them.
I love carrots,
Hey,
ever since I had the neck
Colin,
injury, I choke. Caller 2.
Too late.
No, Kevin, why?
I think he was trying to check his audio, and he just.
No, he came through earlier.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. I mean, you guys can keep going.
Anyhow, the carrots, for some reason, I love like eating raw carrots. And after my surgery, they make me choke. I try to swallow them, and I end up. I mean, like, if I'm not real careful, I got to take real small bites, and then it sort of defeats my whole purpose. I just like biting off a big old hunk of a carrot. And
Do you do okay if they're cooked?
huh? Yeah, I'm okay if they're cooked. It's just, it's like they get. I have a problem with a lot of things anymore because of that. I was on. They gave me that Lunesta stuff. And that other one that's like Lunesta, and I was sleep eating, and that was really dangerous.
Liver function, because a lot of times if you start feeling like you can't eat certain things, or if things don't taste quite right, sometimes your liver can be compromised.
It's more of a throat thing.
It's a what?
Throat thing.
Okay.
Shirley, we're getting feedback from your audio.
Yeah, Angel just said talking about pharma deaths caused by sleeping aids, and that's painfully true. When I lived in Oregon, I'll never forget this. I got a call to come play the harp and do some music for this memorial service. And when I got there and started talking to the family members, I found out that what had happened to this woman, because she wasn't an old woman, you know, she was middle-aged. She had been on a sleeping pill, and I'm trying to remember what it was. But it was one of the big ones. It was one of, you know, it's one of those brand name, you know, drugs. And she had started sleepwalking. And she lived near a railroad. And one night she literally walked out of her house, walked across the railroad, and got hit by a train, killed. It was the craziest story that I'd ever heard that I played music for.
I would.
Memorial,
I would.
Death. Yeah, it was intense.
It is. It's really weird, Ariel. I wouldn't even have known I did it, but I came out one night. I made a sandwich. I made a peanut butter sandwich. Had a glass of milk, and I'm standing over the sink, and I was eating it, and my son was talking to me,
and you couldn't.
And I didn't know a thing.
Wow.
So I quit taking those, especially with my, you know.
You know, it's weird. Like, I know melatonin is like supposed to be that natural chemical that like your brain produces. But I could never take that. Like, I would always wake up in the middle of the night and was just wide awake for like 30 minutes, do something like super productive, and then go right back to sleep.
Are you talking
like,
about?
It was just so weird.
Serotonin or melatonin?
Yeah, melatonin. Yeah. I don't know why. I mean, that's a natural thing too.
Yeah, it is. Once in a while, if I have sleeplessness, I'll take a small amount of that, and it really does help. I don't end up waking up later, but the thing about that is that it doesn't have that deep effect that these prescription drugs have. It's not dangerous like that. You can just try it and see if it works for you, and if it doesn't, then it's no big deal.
You can't see any blue light when you're on melatonin if you take it. And nowadays, all kinds of fans, TV sets, and everything when they're in standby mode have the blue lights. If you see any blue light, your brain issues a hormone to kill the melatonin. So you can have an alarm clock with blue LED lights, and that's enough to take it out.
Wow. Yeah, I don't recommend having light up alarm clocks. It's terrible feng shui for your home. It actually is, especially if it's red. That's extremely creates a lot of disharmony in the house.
Okay.
Can anybody hear me?
For a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can hear you.
All right, I'm just checking.
All right.
Welcome back.
Anybody know what happened with
Kevin.
the carrots during World War II?
Was that?
Yeah, it's me, Kevin.
Was that Snark?
What? During World War II, Snark?
Yes, the carrots were a big secret, as big a secret as the Manhattan Project. And they got collusion with the movie studios and everything else.
Should we just switch to Anything Goes right now?
Oh, sure. Should I be quiet?
No, I mean, if you guys just want to go for Anything Goes, I think I just want to start getting into just kind of everyone, just seeing what they looked at for news today and had anything to share or comments, and then we can move on to Anything Goes, which expands to everything. So
everything.
Can I go ahead?
Okay, let me switch. Okay, we're moving on to Anything Goes a lot earlier tonight, everyone. So
okay,
everyone here, just stay here and hold off on that, Snark. I'll let you know when we're back on. Okay.